Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a video all about contouring, how I get my face contour perfectly regarding like skin tone and face shape, where I place it, how I get it to last all day, what I like as far as blending, and all of that. Today's video is just strictly all about contouring, and I know it's been highly requested for a very long time, so I'm very excited to finally be doing it. On my eyes today, I'm wearing the KKW times Mario palette. If you haven't seen my look, my tutorial on this look, be sure to check that out. I will leave that linked. And yeah, without rambling on any further, I will have everything linked down below. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to thumbs up. And yeah, I'm not gonna ramble on, and let's get into all about contouring. Alright guys, so I wanted to start off from this step just because I feel like creams and cream bases are very, very important, especially if you have more of an oily skin or you have issues with your makeup lasting and looking fresh all day. I feel like creams are so important, and they really do play a big part in my routine and making sure that my makeup lasts all day. So I wanted to share this. So this technique can be applied to a multitude of different concealers and or products. For me, I always like to use some kind of cream or liquid concealer in a darker skin tone to cream contour / bronze and create a base for the powders I'm going to apply on top. And I use almost anything from Tarte Shape Tape in a darker skin tone shade to the LA Girl Pro Conceal, which is so affordable, so easy, and lasts so long on the skin. And also the Anastasia, their stick contours. They have a lot of really nice cool tone shades. Sometimes I'll mix them up, sometimes I'll just use one, it just depends. But those are three really good bulletproof options, especially if you have oily and or dry skin, but you're looking for products that are going to last longer all day and keep the color and tone looking fresh and pigmented all day, because I know a lot of times when you have more of an oily skin, sometimes everything tends to fade and your face eats the makeup basically. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm actually going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer. It is the most affordable. You can find this so many places, from Ulta, I think Target, at any drugstore usually carries it. This is in the shade Toast, and it has a little squeeze tube. The formula is very similar to a MAC Pro Longwear or any kind of concealer that tends to set. This is very similar to, very liquidy, and if you're putting this on top of a matte foundation, I would blend it out right away per area. And I'm just using this flat Morphe brush. This is the E54. It's a big flat brush, so it gets the job done really fast. I do have a discount code with Morphe. It is just my first name. I will leave it right here. Again, Morphe codes, I know, annoying, but for me personally, I've always been very open about things that I do and don't like, and I love this brush. I use it all the time, so I can highly recommend that. And I rather personally start slow and build up, as opposed to doing way too much way fast and then trying to remove it. So I always start slow and then build back up. What I like about this brush is you can take the pointy side right into the hollow of the cheekbone and really just build it up. And you can even use this product by itself, set it with a little bit of translucent powder, or don't set it at all, and it will still last all day. I personally like to set with powders just because I really like to lock everything in and make it bulletproof. But the options, again, are really endless, and you can change things based on your routine, your skin tone, and your skin type. The forehead is key for me. I cannot do a makeup look without using a cream bronzer / contour on my forehead, because bronzer will not stick to this area and it won't blend perfectly, and I like everything to be very seamless and blended. And this is my key thing, to really blend the makeup into the hairline, just because you want everything to be seamless. You don't want to see a line of demarcation from forehead into your hairline and have that like brown stripe. There's nothing worse, and I have been guilty of it. I used to do it all the time, and it just took a couple times seeing it in a picture and being like, can't happen anymore. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this on the other side. And I know sometimes we can be doing our makeup fast, or not paying attention, or too into our music that we're listening to, which I have been guilty of plenty of times. So a quick tip in case you ever want to fix your contour: if you feel like it went too low or it looked kind of muddy, all you have to do is take your foundation brush or your beauty blender that you use for your foundation and just run it right underneath. And you see how that kind of cleans it up, and then I just go back in with the brush and just pat it out one more time, just to make sure things aren't too harsh and unblended. But that just gives you that nice lift back to the cheek. And then same thing. So I'm going to powder all of my areas into place, and then we will move on to powder contouring. Alright, so for contouring, I always love partnering that up with a good bronzer, just because I feel like bronzer blends the contour into the rest of the face. Sometimes contouring on its own can look very stark, or just like it doesn't belong there, and I feel like bronzer is what's really ties it in, and it's a major key part of contouring. So for bronzer, I like this MAC Studio Care Blend Pressed Powder in the shade Dark. I've had this forever. I think Jaclyn Hill recommended it a long time ago. I honestly don't remember, but I feel like that it was her. But I love the tone of this when I have more of a self-tan on, and it's just a really nice bronzer. So I'm just taking this on my Tom Ford bronzer brush. It's very finely milled, and for me, when I have drier skin, I kind of press and then blend. That way I'm really applying the bronzer and making sure I get it exactly where I need it, and right into the hairline as well, and then just bringing it down around the cheekbone and then right here. And already from this side to this side, you can tell that it adds that nice warmth and just blends the foundation and makes it look more seamless with the skin. My forehead is really dry right now, just because that's the only place I've been applying retinol, because my forehead is my problem area. So I'm just kind of focusing on that right now because I don't want to overdo it anywhere else. So that's why my forehead's dry right now, in case it's showing up on camera. Now my favorite holy grail contour is the Kevyn Aucoin in the shade Medium. This is expensive. This contour basically blends itself. It's very pigmented, it lasts a very long time, and I love the tones. They have light, medium, and I think one or two more shades, but the colors are absolutely on point. Now I'm going to take this fan brush from Morphe. It's from the Bretman times Morphe collection, but I've been loving this for contour because what I like is that I can just place a little bit on the brush, place it into the cheekbone, blend it down, but then when I'm blending up, I'm kind of bringing it back up right into the hairline. And I feel like fan brushes almost find the contour for you, and it just goes perfectly in there. Now again, like I said earlier, you can just take your sponge that you use for your foundation and clean up right underneath. I love this a lot more than doing the baking underneath, because sometimes if you have dry skin, you get that white beard look almost, and I've seen it so many times in person where people do that bake from the back here all the way to the mouth, and then when you see them in person, they have that white cast and it just looks like a white beard at that point. So I prefer just cleaning up with what you use to apply your foundation. It's just a lot easier. It's not lightening that area, and it just cleans it up perfectly, and it's the right tone for you since it's your foundation color. So I feel like it just works. Or what you could do is take your skin tone powder, take it into a fluffier brush, and just go right underneath. That's another option as well, and something I like to do. And that just helps to clean up and sharpen the cheekbones. Another thing you can do is apply contour underneath your nose if you wanted to shorten it. You can also go underneath the lip if you wanted to make your lower lip look bigger. So you see right now how it has a bit of a shadow. When I go underneath, it has a lot more of a shadow and a lot more of a drop down. Then I like to take it along the jawline, because if you have a double chin or you want to sharpen it or make your jawline less apparent, contouring is your best friend. It really is. And already we have a lot more of a sculpted look. Now I don't like adding contour powders on the forehead because I feel like they're too cool toned, but what you can do is just take a little bit on your brush and just apply it to the highest point and kind of just bring it down, and that kind of cuts in the forehead a little bit more. So that's basically how I personally contour and what I feel works best for me. I love this. I love the Too Faced contour powders are nice. I love the MAC sculpting powders. Those used to be my holy grail go-tos. There's so many good contours on the market, but just make sure you're getting more of a cool tone if you're really trying to sculpt. And yeah, I'm gonna finish off the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Alright guys, so this is basically the finished look, finished off. I love this contouring technique. I feel like it works the best for my face shape, for my bone structure, and also for my everyday today look when I want my contour to last but also look really nice and blended. So yeah, I also did a look using the Mario and Kim Kardashian West palette, and this is what I'm wearing today. So that will already be up and I will leave it linked down below as well. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. If you want to see more videos on just basic tips and tricks on everyday things that we do that you want to see more in depth, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, until next time, I will see you then.